We have been saying it, Michigan is a battleground state. Kent County is among a handful of counties nationwide that experts say will determine the outcome of the election. Doug Koopman, political expert and professor emeritus at Calvin, joins us now. And first, let's remind people, why is Kent County so important in the election?
Well, it is. Michigan is a toss-up state, and Kent County really is a toss-up county. President Trump narrowly won it in 2016 and lost it by about 20,000 votes in 2020. So there was a 30,000 vote swing over the 4 years. So this is all up again in 2024.
So this is former President Trump's first visit here in this election cycle. President Biden has not yet been here. Are you surprised that they haven't made more of a conscious effort to be in West Michigan more?
Well, each party has a different theme. The Democratic Party really is reproductive choice, and that. Vice President Harris was here about 5 or 6 weeks ago to raise that issue, and she's probably the most effective spokesman on that issue for the Democratic Party. And of course, the Republicans' main issue is immigration, and they don't have a vice presidential nominee yet, and President Trump is the presumed nominee, and then this is his issue, and that's why he comes. But they were both, both will come to Grand Rapids. I do expect President Biden to be in Western Michigan too before the election's over.
So, you know, when Ruby Garcia died 10 days ago, it's going to be 2 weeks on Friday, and then last week we learned that former President Trump was coming here to Grand Rapids, and this is exactly the focus on immigration, as you mentioned.
Yeah, both parties are competing really with what we call framing. What is the question at the top of voters' minds when they go to vote? And the Democratic Party wants it around choice and care and those sorts of issues, and the Republican Party wants it around immigration and law and order. And so it's really a competition among framing what the election is about more than the subject matter of the issue itself.
So what do you think that we should be looking for here now as we continue to get closer to the election?
Well, I think we're both sort of be used as a prop or a stage or a venue for a national message. National messages have always gotten a little more complicated in West Michigan with our tradition of bipartisanship and working across the aisle and have moderates from both parties. So they're not going to be quite great fits for the electorate in West Michigan, but it's an important stage. It's easy to get to, great media coverage. And so I would expect all four people who are on the national ticket, the presidential and vice presidential candidates on both parties, to be in Grand Rapids between the 7 months between now and really Election Day in November.
And we've talked just one more quick question about Kent County, because it has changed so much in recent years, and that's another reason why it's so important, because of the demographics and where people are moving.
Every significant demographic group nationally is in Kent County. The external suburbs becoming more Republican, blue-collar workers, union retirees becoming more Republican, inner ring suburbs and wealthier, more educated people becoming more Democratic, even though they're, believe in markets and things like that. So every significant demographic group nationally is in Grand Rapids area, right here in Kent County.
Doug Koopman, well, I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more between now and the election day. Thank you so much.
Thank you.